Hello, so here we are ready to show race number 3 of the day. About this we will talk later, about the model that you just saw. This is race committee boat, black flag hoisted on the race committee. Wind direction, if I am not wrong, it's 240 to 40. Let me refresh the details here on Meta Sail. I am again Andrea Falcon together with
Mauro Melandri.
No, sorry, it was a previous date. It's still stable on 070, so steady wind in length and in speed and in direction. What we have to wait is the black flag coming down. Mauro, if you are eager to talk about the standing generated after the fifth race that it's now calculated with this card, you can start, but very briefly, and I might interrupt you with with an exciting shout when the black flag will come down.
So guys, this is maybe the last one, maybe the penultimate race of the world. We can go sailing up to the 4 race, but we'll see. Ranking after 5 races with the discard. The leader is Fargo, Joe Fargo with Sentinel USA 856, 11 points, 7 points far away Nefeli, winner of the race number 5 by Peter Carey. Then with 18 points on the equal, Dark Horse by Kyler Morris. 19 points for Stramba Papà by Michele Pauletti that went discarding the 5th results. It was 13. 15 position for the best of the boat that was retiring from race number 1. Razi Arend is now on 20. Then Nika, Paolo Brescia with Melgina, Dark Energy of Laura Grondin, Gamecock by Peter McKellen, and the best of the Corinthian right now, the 2-time world champion Materan 24 by Ante Bottiza, position number 10. We go underlining between the first and the 10th, we have 20 points.
Very well done, Mauro. We will underline the standing again. We are now 25 seconds from the start. Rapid, fast, quick to the tracking. The fleet is all well behind the starting line. Start given with a black flag. They want to be sure to do the third race. 4, 3, 2, 1, start right now. This is the start of race number 3. Today, Saturday, September 27. It is 11:39 a.m. here in the Gulf of Trieste. We are live streaming the boat from the water and commenting it from the 3rd floor of Yacht Club Adriaco, the yacht club organizer of the 26th edition of the World Melges 24 World Championship. Melgina seems that had a really excellent start until we don't have official communication from the race committee. It seemed that we had a clear start. Yes, I have confirmation from Mauro Bailo. It was a clear start, so really excellent start by Melgina. I admit it. I had some doubts that they were maybe too much early on the starting line, because look at their Melgina. They really start as a bullet out of the gun at the starting line, but it's a clear start. And another good news, we have an average wind speed of 15 knots.
So it means that we have still a lot of sailing to tell you guys. Right now, Melges is leading the pack. This is how to manage a start when the fleet is scared by the idea to go making mistakes during the starting procedure and to go out of the line. Melges was really brave with some great time on distance. They were out of the line as first, with Melges that is now leading the pack, trailed by Ugo Drugo Sailing and Dark Energy. Few minutes ago, we had on our camera Italy 229, the boat of Marco Monciardini, Bojanen. We have to remember that it was the helmsman that went in the water on the day 2, and this morning at the bar he was greeting us for the commentary, telling us, you were the one that made to me the ambush.
So I always was a bad guy at school, and maybe I've been bad also now, because director Federico Boico was telling me that I was doing too much noise on the background. Yes, I stood up because our colleague and journalist Roberta Mantini took us some coffee. Well, I have to thank her saying it live. I mean, I'm not giving her back the money. I'm not paying this coffee, so at least we have to mention that this coffee is provided by Roberta Mantini.
Yes, she is reporting from Il Piccolo here in Trieste. Great coverage day after day. And we were here with the camera in studio because we have a guest. He's not a talking guest.
No.
He's a steady one, but we are honored to have here with us the International Melges 24 Melges Performance Sailboat Trophy. Is the boat that is going, the trophy that is going to award the winner of the overall ranking in each edition of the Melges 24 Worlds. It came from 1998, Andrea, and it was made by the modeler Kyle Metzloff and was fully restored in the 2022 by the Italian artist Luca Ferron. Really, really famous all over the world sailing with his own creation. This is the trophy that means, when you have it in your hands, that you are on the top of the world for the Melges 24 class, the International Melges 24 Class Association.
Yes, all the names are of course written here on the base of this model. Facing on my side, I see 2024 San Francisco Yacht Club, USA, Convexity, Don Wilson, Jeremy Wilmot, Edward Hackney, Thomas Dietrich, Ia Liberty, USA 868. So 8 are the past winners, are the last winners of the Melges 24 World Championship.
On my side, there is an interesting info to give to our audience. I have the 3 plates that are remembering the only boat that won this trophy, the only helmsman and the only boat that won this trophy for 3 times, Uca Racing, the boat owned by Lorenzo Santini that was sailing in between 2008 and 2011 with Lorenzo Bressani, Jonathan McKee, Federico Michetti and Fabio Gridelli.
So, sorry, nice model of Melges 24 USA 1. Now we go live, back live on the race course, but you deserved a bit of celebration, very beautiful prize. So, Melges, I said it again, it's so far in front, so far ahead of the rest of the fleet that I thought that it was on the starting line too early, while no, they just had a very excellent start. So now Melges is at the top of the fleet, 14-15 knots of wind speed, direction as usual as it started the day, 070. Second position now going to the first weather mark is Dark Horse. And then we have Ugo Drugo, and in fourth position, attention, Stramba Papà.
Stramba Papà has to improve the ranking after the 13th position that they got in race number 5. We are talking about the crew that is better representing the city of Trieste with Olympians on board and is helmed by Michele Pauletti. They won the Europeans in Genova a few years ago.
Yeah, so there is Sentinel that is, so we are talking the overall results, provisional results after race 5th, but this is a very, while at the moment we are watching
Stramba Papà
very closely, in fact, Stramba Papà. Stramba means jibe in Italian, Papà means dead, so it's like a jibe dead if you want to translate it into English. So the standing after 5 races with the discard, it's very important to mention it quietly. Sentinel has 11 points and is 7 points ahead of second place until now, Nefeli. It is a really huge advantage of 7 points, but from the second position to even the, let's say, the 9th position, it is really a big fight, because we have Nefeli and Dark Horse in second and third position with equal points, 18. Stramba Papà is in fourth position with 19 points. And then we have Razjaren, the European champion, in fifth position with 20 points. Then we have Nika with equal points with Melgina, 22 points. And then we have in eighth position with 24 points Laura Gronding on Dark Energy. And then we have in ninth position Gamecock with 25 points. So between the second and the ninth, there are only 7 points. So there is a huge fight for the following boats, and Sentinel has to be careful not to finish a race over the 10th place, because at the moment 10th it is their worst result in the series, and they are discarding the 10th place. They have 2 first places, 1 4 and 1 5th.
And as we were explaining, Melgina had a great start in this race. We had the boat of Paolo Brescia on our images a few seconds ago. Paolo Brescia just is a really famous Italian architect and is sailing inside of the class. He was sailing years and years ago, then he stopped sailing in the Melges 24. He had some rest from sailing, and he returned in 2018, 2017 to sail each event of the Melges 24 class. He is now deserving a really well first position in race number 6, just to go inside of the crew. He's sailing with a really young crew made by Filippo Vulcanile, Mattia Succi, the tactician coming from Trieste, Stefano Cherin. He is also involved in some maxi project, and Jas Farneti, former junior world champion of the 470 class.
Yes, then as we had a conversation yesterday, interview with Vince Brun and Dave Ullman, yes, for the non-Corinthian, let's say, for the pro crews, it means something that there are 2 of the first 3 crews in the standing that they have coaches like David Ullman and Vince Brun. Also Nika, now in 6th position, has as coach Tomac Kopi. Also Gamecock, that is in 9th position, as coach Tommy Dietrich, dark energy of President Laura Gronding has as coach Robbie Bisi, and guess what? Also Nefeli in second position, the German crews, they also have a coach, is Simon Civits Kosuta. So I don't know. I mean, of course. I mean, it's also a pro sailing Melges 24. We are watching a very high level world championship. There are many world championships, many world titles in the world of sailing given by World Sailing. Sometimes you say maybe for this class. The level is not so high. The Melges 24 World Championship is for sure a high quoted, I would say, how high ranked world title. I mean, it's one of the class where a world title really counts. So it's no surprise that the top teams are pro teams with coaches.
We have to report that during the history of the class, we had big names going on the top of the world, starting from Jim Spithill, Vince Brun, Dave Ullman, Lorenzo Bressani, other Flavio Favini, other top sailors, and is something that remain in your sailing career when you are jumping on the top of the world of these iconic one design classes, designed at the beginning of the 90s by the Rachel Pugh the design studio, and still super active. New boats are built also in Europe, and we were explaining a few days ago that the Chilean team got his own boat here in Trieste, the brand new one, 873. Another info coming from Chile, I was informed by our class coordinator Pierre Salmisto that they had the oldest helmsman, Andrea. He was helming the boat, and he went winning sailing races in the Melges 24 class in Chile with 95 years old.
Yes, great news, great things to know. Melgina is leading the fleet. Melgina is now 7 ranked overall. They discard an 11th place after 5 races. First, it's going to be for them, if they finish first, a very huge result. We are waiting the boat to reach the weather mark. From the images, it's easy to understand that the wind is lowering in speed, although the boats are still keeping an average speed of 5-6 knots. So Alberto Lucchi, as soon as we are at the weather mark and you are still and you are not moving, please provide us the numbers of the wind speed. Also, you should be already around the weather mark where the boats are arriving. The first boats again choose the ley line on the left, so they are going to arrive on Portac. The first 3 boats are Melgina, Dark Horse and Nika.
Looking at the line behind the boat, it's clearly that the wind is shifty. The speed are lowering, but we still have wind. You were mentioning before the coach of Melgina, of Nefeli, Simon Civits Kosuta. Simon Civits Kosuta was the teammate of Jas Farneti in the 470 team. So he also was the helmsman of the first challenge of an youth Italian team at the former Youth America's Cup in San Francisco 2013.
Good. So Melgina or Melgina, as they want to be called now, there is again a big wind shift on the left from 070 to 065, and now even 062. Let's go with the camera. We are placed on the offset mark. So over there we see Melgina, and please provide us with wind speed number, and yes, so this is Melgina coming slowly to the offset mark.
Meanwhile, Strange Brew, the Hungarian entry with Diana Hensley on board, was coming from the other side of the race course, and they are almost able to reach the top mark in the top 10 of the fleet. Melgina has some good margin over Dark Horse, while, look, Stramba Papa, Andrea, is now third.
Yeah, this is a great race for Stramba Papa. They are really on fire. They want to go on the podium. That would be really a great result. Can you imagine a crew from Trieste being on the podium of the World Championship sailed here in Trieste? We are now looking the boats going around the offset mark. Unfortunately, in this position against the light, it is impossible to read the numbers. Fortunately, we have the tracking that help us to see the boats that are rounding the offset mark. So Melgina was the first one, followed by Dark Horse, Stramba Papa, Nika, Nefeli, Rajaren, Ugo Drugo, Dark Energy, Strange Brew, Zik Race Team, Gamecock, Vertigo, Sentinel is in 12th position.
Hey, it doesn't mean doesn't mean that if they will close with 12 points, race is still really long, they will have 10, and they can be reached by Peter Carey with Nefeli, or by Dark Horse by Kyler Morris. Melgina jabbed few seconds ago, being in control of Dark Horse. Dark Horse is now sailing more at the center of the race course, while we are sailing race number 6 of the Melges 24 World 2025, organized by Yacht Club Adriaco. And as Jeremy Wilmot told us yesterday, everything will be on the final day, and this is the situation. Today, final day, 3 races.
This is 579 YCA Racing Youth. So we are at the first weather mark of race number 3. So we have 10 knots of wind. I thought it was lighter, the wind, so I am pretty happy to know from Alberto Lucchi that we have 10 knots of wind speed at the top mark, with some gusts to 13, so it's a very well leveled wind speed. maybe it's not even the case to talk about gas. It's a wind of 10, 13, 13 knots, shifting a little bit on the right. Now the direction is 075.
Gone inside of the Hugo Drugo sailing team. We were mentioning them sometime during this race because they are sailing pretty well. The sail number Italy 639, and we are talking about another crew coming from Trieste. On board Marco Spangaro, Ludovico Pittani, Alexander Harey, Vittorio Costantin and Giuliano Chiamdussi. They are representing several yacht clubs of Trieste.
Yes, now let's be patient. Our rib is doing a large curve on the side, and we are going to reach the first boats of the fleet. So in a couple of seconds we will show you the head of the fleet sailing downwind.
Meanwhile, Piret was, Salmistu was moving in front of us with the end plenty of trophies, because we have also trophies for the overall, as you know, and we have plenty of models. By now, Melgina is leading this race. They are keeping some good margin over Dark Horse that try to be in control of Stramba Papà.
Yes, we have Mauro Bailo from the race committee boats. What are you talking about over there?
Hi, Andrea. No, right now I am on a rib over the windward mark.
Okay.
Right now we are checking for we're checking how the boat is moving, because now in the windward mark is dropping down, is a bit shifty. So we're planning for the next race how to move, if it's possible to move on the right side of the Gulf of Trieste, the leg. Otherwise it's a bit risky. So we are checking for the next one.
Yes, okay. So this is the third race. The goal this morning was to sail 4 races. With 3 we are already happy, but yes, we understand that the wind is not as stable as it was before, but in the meantime it's great to have a third race and we are enjoying it. So okay, Mauro, what did you measure at the upwind mark as numbers?
Right now it's 8 knots up to 20 knots. That's the problem because it's very gusty.
Yes.
And as well it's shifty its direction, because we have movement between 20 and 30 degrees from the regular degree that they calculate for the leg. So you can see all the fleet that is running on the left on the windward. So we are trying to make sense and have a regular leg. So let's see, we are planning to move also the race boat committee. I'm trying, we have another regatta on our right, so we have to plan and to manage this for the next.
Okay.
I keep you updated.
Thank you very much, Mauro. Thank you very much for your help. See you, listen to you later. Thank you very much. This was Melgina, and we had also a great postcard of this race with Trieste on the background. Now we are with 6, 8, 9 Stramba Papà, the crew of Michele Pauletti, sailing in second position right now. They want to put a first in the series. Now this one is Nefeli from Germany, second position overall. This one is Rajaren. So we are really with the top crews of the standings, and maybe it's not a case we are with the top crews in the fleet right now. There is really fiery zone, Mauro. We have the first boats in the ranking that they are also the first boats at the top of the fleet.
But Andrea, it's not a mystery that I'm really in love with the class, but let me tell you, we have some really good conditions, some beautiful footage coming from the sea. Look at this. We have plenty of Melges sailing downwind at in double-digit speed, perfectly under control. This is a great race with a great performance by Melgina. It's a great final day for the Melges 24 Worlds 2025, and we can't wait to have maybe the race number 4 of the day.
870 Dark Horse, Kyler Morris, and here it's not sailing alone. This is Melgina at the top of the fleet, and now we are back again on Dark Horse on the background with Monaco 860 is Nika, and then again Nefeli. So these 3 boats are sailing neck to neck towards the first leeward gate. Look it here, what a fight between Nika Monaco 860 and Michele Paoletti on Stramba Papa. This is we are really in the middle of the action while Melgina is now sailing around the leeward gate.
In the wake of Melgina, Dark Horse by Kyler Morris, Manu Wehler, Colin Tactics for him, is coming from Palma de Mallorca. Then we have Nefeli. Nefeli was the winner of the second race of the day. They are now performing still really well, trying to keep a position in the top of the fleet, trailed by Stramba Papa.
We have Charlie. The race course have been shortened, so the first thing to do before thinking about a 4th race today is to take home the 3rd race. So we have a shortened course. So it is true that the wind is dropping, but it is still enough to go to finish the 3rd race. Thank you very much, Alberto Lucchi, to tell us that the course has been shortened to 1.3 miles. I don't know. Let's go to follow what is going on this 3rd race.
We are trying to have some more information regarding the decision of the race committee, but the race is clearly on, and we have a great leader in Melgina. Melgina had a great start. They were keeping the position. Paolo Brescia is really focused on the steering of the boat, while the crew, led by Stefano Cherin, is playing with the wind shift without any mistake. Dark Horse was on the wake. Look, Dark Horse was tacking a few seconds ago, and Melgina is now matching the decision of Dark Horse to let them no room to recover.
Yes, so at the moment we have Melgina in first position, Dark Horse in second, Nefeli in third, Rajaren in fourth, Stramba Papa in fifth. Remember that fifth is their worst result in the series, which is a very good series with 3 fifth positions and 1 fourth. They discard the 13 in the previous race. Michele Paoletti, Giovanna Micol, Davide Bivi, Giulia Pignolo, Pietro Perelli, they feel the smell of the podium and they want to fight for it. We have Sentinel from the United States that would, in case of victory, keep the momentum for United States. As we said, the last three World Championships were won by teams from United States. They were Convexity, Pacific, Yankee, and Rasa Mixta. Then to see another Italian victory, we have to go back in 2019 with My Dollies, with Gianluca Perego, Carlo Fracassoli, Enrico Fonda, Matteo Ramian, Stefano Laghi. 2020 and 2021 the World Championship was not sailed because of the COVID-19.
Raxa Mista were sailing along with now world famous tactician Victor Diaz de Leon, that is now also sailing in the TP52 class. Andrea, I was looking in the tracker. Let's go to see the position of Nika, because Nika for the tracker is now 63rd, but is sailing on Nefeli, and maybe if we have no mistake from the tracker, if the tracker is doing some mistake with the positioning of Nika, it could be that Nika is fighting for some top result in this race.
Exactly. That's correct. We have to keep an eye on everything. Let me see if we can surprise Giancarlo Crevatin. Hello.
Hello.
I am Andrea Falcon with Mauro Melandri. We are covering live streaming the race. What can you tell us from the race committee boat?
Oh, marvelous day today. The third race is on the way. We have still more than 15 knots coming from 070. So our Borino is very nice, light, nice wind. Something that we can call Californian conditions today.
Listen, the third race has been shortened now, or it was shortened before the start? I didn't understand that.
No, we reduced the length of the bit because the wind is going lower very, very slowly, and so we adjust the length in order to gain an hour again. With the previous length, maybe we will finish at more than 1 hour, and we have also to think that we are here starting the first race 8:30 this morning, and so we are engaged in a good wind, a strong wind for 3 races, and we have to also to have a look to the crew that are very, very tired.
Okay, so let's recap and go. Let's with very technical now. So the first beat, what was the length of the first beat?
Yeah, the length is 1.5, and we set the previous to 1.7. Now we have reduced the second one to 1.3 because the wind so is lowering, yes. And but we have still good condition, and I can announce that we have already exposed flag number 4. So our intention is to sail the 4 race as soon as possible.
Thank you very much, Giancarlo Crevatin, head of the race committee. Thank you very much. So finger crossed for a fourth race, that would be really a huge result, and that also explains why, of course, they have been shortening a little bit the length of the course to 1.5 and now to 1.3, but remember that the second bit is always shorter than the first one. So the wind is lowering, but it is the clear intention of the race committee to give also a fourth start. In the meantime, I am impressed by the performance of Melgina that is sailing very well at the head of the fleet.
Maybe they were listening to us, I mean the guys of Metasail that are providing the tracking system. Now Nika is second. So we have Melgina leading the pack with Nika going to cross with Melgina in second. Raziaren is now third, while in the position number 4 we have Gamecock, Nefeli, Dark Energy, Zyke Race Team, Sentinel. That is in position number 8. During this race I was chasing them, their own performance. They are between position number 12 and position number 10. It seems that they are unable to be in contact with the leading pack, but I mean, we are talking about the leader of the overall ranking, so maybe they know the secret to be inside of the top 5 position again.
So this is a comfortable gap that Melgina has on the rest of the fleet. They could cross on port tack, while this one is again Stramba Papa, our media crew rib is in love with this boat. Giovanna Mikol is telling the rib to stay a little bit away because maybe it is their intention. Now they had a small bed shift, maybe then it's their intention to tack. I was saying about Melgina that was confident, of course, with their huge gap against the fleet because they crossed in front of Nika, but of several length on port tack. This is Dark Horse, and here we go. We zoom on ITA 854 Melgina. Paolo Brescia doing an excellent job leading the fleet right now, and Monaco 860 Nika is following, and then the Castello di Miramare in third position. I'm joking, of course. You can see Castello di Miramare between these two boats. Nika is going to tack, going more on the left side. Let's see if Melgina feels to cover Nika, and also why not Dark Horse, or if Melgina is happy with its boat speed and will go straight on towards the weather mark. This will be the rounding of the second weather mark on the course on this third race of the day, which is the sixth race of the general schedule. Now our rib is going fast to the weather gate. Okay, maybe there is no need to go that fast. You can go a little bit slower and still continue to show the boats. Very interesting situation. Melgina on the right, Nika second position at the center, Dark Horse in fourth position on the left, and maybe Nefeli that you see it with the pink color having a little bad shift will arrive at the weather mark before Dark Horse. Now it is time for a tack for Melgina. So Melgina is not going at the weather mark without tacking. They decided this one is Melgina Ita 854. We expect attacking. Yeah, exactly. Right now we called the tack to Melgina. Now, yes, Melgina is on the left ley line for the weather mark, and then again this is the second upwind leg this cruise of the Melges 24 World Championship 2025 are sailing here in Trieste, organized by the Yacht Club Adriaco. Melgina will reach now the weather mark, smoothly going around the gate and then start their downwind leg towards the finish line, and maybe collect a first place for today.
It's important the position of Sentinel, that is the leader of the overall ranking, sailing on the right side of the race course. They are among the only one that will reach the upwind mark from the opposite side, while all the other leading boats are coming from the left ley line on the mark. This is the moment of Melgina rounding the mark, second upwind mark of the race number 6.
Yes, with a 7 position, Sentinel is still safe because it would go to 18 points. Yes. So it is enough to protect the first position. I'm pretty sure they wanted to be maybe a little bit more farther up, also because who knows if there will be a fourth race. So it is intention of the race committee to sail a fourth race. Let's see what are the news arriving from our media. No, so let me give this technical information. Yes, we are transmitting. Maybe it's a problem from you that you can. Okay, so yes, we are live streaming. This is USA 868 Dark Energy, Laura Grondin, and then we have USA 841 Gamecock, Peter McLennan. So there are the teams from US are doing very well in this race. ITA 730 Vertigo, and then 636 Foxy Dry.
Meanwhile, Sentinel has rounded the offset mark, and we can say officially that they are sailing in position number 7.
Yes, seventh position is a good, not so good position for Sentinel. I mean, no, it's good, of course, yes, because it will allow them to keep the first position in the general standing. Look it here now. It would be interesting to have the wind speed now at the weather mark. because from our point of view, it seems that I don't know if the wind is decreasing. Let's see if we are receiving some news about the wind speed.
And I was looking the sailing of Melgina. They are performing really well also under the point of view of the tactical choices. They were jibing in the right position to keep themselves between them and the finish line. Also now between the opponent and the finish line. Also now they are jibing again right in front of Team Nika that is sailing on them at more than 12 knots, but Melgina is leading with some good enough boat length over the boat of Vladimir Prozikin, trailed by Nefeli, the boat of Peter Carey, with Niccolò Bianchi, really experienced sailor in the class, calling tactic. Sentinel is now gaining one position, sailing in position number 6, really close to Stramba Papà.
Yes, Melgina is now sailing at 12 knots of speed, followed by Nika, Nefeli, Dark Horse, Stramba Papà, Sentinel, Ras Jaren, Dark Energy, Gamecock, and Vertigo. So we are going to see soon the finish of race for the direction. The wind direction is still 070. Wind speed seems a little bit less than before, but it's not dropping so quickly. So as Giancarlo Crevatin said, they are ready to start the procedures for a fourth race as soon as they can, and to do that they have to wait 20 minutes after the finish of the first boat. Let's take a look to this decision of Dark Horse, Mauro. Many other boats, they are now using also the power of the jibs. So let's say that they are sailing with 3 sails. They are trying to get the most they can from the wind. So we were saying that it is the intention of the race committee to sail a fourth race. No more than 4 races can be sailed today. No start can be given after 3 p.m. It is now 12:28, so the time for a fourth race. Yes, we have it. The wind, we hope that we will have it.
Stramba Papà is now lying in position number 4, just 2 places in front of Sentinel, in touch with Dark Horse. What a world championship we are commenting. We had rest during the first days and a really interesting day number 2, but today we are commenting some really competitive races with the top crews making not so many mistakes and delivering us some great some great show for the sport of sailing, and this is delivered by the Yacht Club Adriaco and the International Melges 24 Class Association. Melgina is fighting with Nika. They are on the same side of the race course, but a big bunch of boats are coming from the other side, led by Nefeli.
So at home, maybe you want to play with us. So take a pen, take a piece of paper, and take these notes. Sentinel, now first with 11 points. Nefeli, second with 18. Dark Horse, second with 18. Stramba Papa, fourth with 19. Rajaren, fifth with 20. Nika, sixth with 22. Melgina, seventh with 22. Dark Energy, eighth with 24. And Gamecock, ninth with 25 points, so that when you will see the arrival that we will show you, maybe you can do yourself some calculation, have some fun. Of course, this one is Nika 860. This is previously called Stick. Alessandro Rombelli the other day wrote us or wrote a comment in the Facebook pages where we are going live stream with these races, saying, "Go Nika, this is my ex Stig." In this case, to change the name of the boat didn't bring bad luck, because Nika is still saying fast.
Look at the position of Paolo Brescia. He's used to steer the boat in this way. Plenty of pictures are describing him. He's sailing with a relative young crew. They are all around 30 years old. They are managing to keep the lead on this race. Actually, Nika is a little bit far away from them to make problem to the leadership of Paolo Brescia's boat, but it will be really interesting to go looking inside of the results from the position number 3 up the position number 10 to go building the new ranking after maybe the last one, or not the last one race of the war. Who knows? We will discover it in a few minutes' time.
Yes, Paolo Brescia with Melgina is representing Yacht Club Italiano. As we said many times during these days, we are here at Yacht Club Adriaco, organizer of this World Championship. Yacht Club Adriaco and Yacht Club Italiano are the oldest, most historical yacht clubs here in Italy. So maybe also for this reason Paolo Brescia want to show how good his team is, because he came here in the waters of Yacht Club Adriaco to show how the crews from Yacht Club Italiano also are very strong. We are now on the finish line, very well positioned. This is Melgina going for a last jibe to go to cross the finish line. So please note on your notebook, first place for Melgina. They did 9th, 11th, they discard 2nd, 5th, 6th. So now they go to 23 points. This is Nika. Monaco 860. They collect another second position. They did 2 times second in the first day. Then they have a 6 and 12. They discard a 15 place. The next boat to arrive on the finish line is Dark Horse. They also have 3 places in the first day of races. Look at here how they arrive. I think that Nefeli was a little bit ahead of Michele Pauletti's Stramba Papa. What a finish! Should be Nefeli 4th and Stramba Sorry,
Fifth.
let's recap it. First place for Melgina, second for Nika, third for Dark Horse, fourth for Dark Energy, fifth for Nefeli. Then it's officially here on the tracking. Nefeli is just by really 10 centimeters ahead of Stramba Papa. Then we have Sentinel, Strampa Papa, sixth place. They of course keep it in the standings. Sentinel, seventh place. They go to 18 points. Sentinel didn't took the chance to close in advance the World Championship. If there is a fourth race, Sentinel has really to fight hard to keep the first position of the standing. Is that right, Mauro Menandri?
Correct, Andrea. And I was doing the calculation. I can have, I think, a correct ranking calculated by my side. Sentinel, first, 18 points. Dark Horse, second with the 21. On 23, we have Nefeli and Melgina going inside of the ranking. The best boat is for sure Melgina. They have a first and a second. So for the moment, Melgina is third in the ranking with Nefeli on the equal fourth with 24 points, just 1 point back. Nefeli and Melgina. We have Team Nika with 25, Stramba Papa.
Wow, if there is going to be a fourth race, we will have a very short ranking. Can you imagine Sentinel being ahead of only 3 points on Dark Horse, you said. So it's an American derby in all senses. Two American boats, two boats from United States, it's better to say, from between two great coaches, David Ullman and Vince Brun. A lot of history to tell around this fight between Sentinel and Dark Horse. Another reason more to hope to see a fourth race. Continue to follow us, because if there will be a fourth race, and of course we hope, yes, for sure, we will be here. Ayuso?